I need you to really sit with something right now. There is someone in your life, maybe multiple people, who thought they could just treating you like you didn't matter, like your feelings were disposable, like they could take shots at your confidence and your worth at the very essence of who you are, and just walk away without consequence. They actually believed that. They really did. And right now, in this exact moment, the universe is making them pay for it in ways that never could have anticipated. Ways they are not even connecting to what they did to you. And here is what's wild, really wild. They know something's wrong. Deep down, they feel it. They know something's unraveling, but they have no idea why everything is falling apart. You know that feeling you get on a Sunday morning, that quiet moment before the world wakes up and you feel something stirring underneath everything, a potential, a pull toward becoming someone bigger than what you've been allowing yourself to be. You have trained yourself not to notice it anymore, not to reach for it, because reaching for it hurts too much. But it's still there. Your body knows it's there, and your soul knows it's there. And someone who had access to your time, your energy, your presence, someone spent a considerable amount of effort making sure you wouldn't access that part of yourself. That's cruel. Let me paint you a picture of who we're talking about here. There is someone who genuinely believed they were untouchable, because someone who thought they were so important, so necessary to your life, so irreplaceable that they could do literally whatever they wanted, and you just accept it. They thought they were popping off. They thought they were in demand. They thought everyone wanted to be around them, wanted to be like them, wanted their attention and approval. But here is the part they never saw coming. Nobody actually liked them. Not really. People tolerated them. People needed things from them maybe, but like them, respect them, actually want them in their life. No. They were completely delusional about their own social currency. This person was intentional about how they mistreated you. This wasn't some accident. This wasn't some moment of weakness where they lost their temper and lashed out. No. They made it a mission. They woke up and decided, whether consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter, actually. They decided your purpose in their life was to make them feel powerful, use you. And you know what the sickest part is? It brought them joy, real, genuine joy. Watching you stressed out, watching you anxious, watching you depressed. That made them feel alive. That made them feel like they were somebody. Because in every other area of their life, they were nothing, and they knew it. They hated you because you had something they didn't have. You had gifts. You have gifts. You had abilities. This capacity to move through the world with purpose, and it drove them absolutely insane. They didn't like the fact that you could overcome things. They didn't like the fact that you were building something for yourself. And here's the thing that really triggered them. They absolutely couldn't stand to see you happy. The moment you started smiling, the moment you started laughing, the moment they caught even a glimpse of you feeling good about yourself, they immediately had to inject something dark into that moment, even if it had nothing to do with you, even if it was completely made up or irrelevant. They didn't care. They just needed to poison that feeling. They needed to make sure you knew that happiness wasn't safe around them. They tortured you. And most of the time, you didn't even realize it was happening. That's how skilled they were at it. It became so normal, so woven into the fabric of your daily interactions that you stopped recognizing it as torture. You just thought that's what love looked like. You thought that's what relationships were supposed to feel like. The constant criticism, the jealousy disguised as concern, the control disguised as care. They were so good at it that they almost had you convinced you deserved it. And when you finally left, when you finally got to that breaking point where something in you just said enough is enough, they thought you'd come back. They really did. They had no idea that it was the end. They assumed this was just a pause. This was just you being emotional. You'd cool off and you'd remember how much you needed them and you'd come crawling back. Because that's the pattern. That's always been the pattern. Why would this time be any different? Except this time is different. And they can feel it. And it's destroying them. Since you left, they've been suffering loss after loss and after loss. And I'm not talking about mere inconveniences. I'm talking about their life unraveling in ways that they can't control and can't stop. Opportunities that were supposed to come through just vanished. People they thought they could count on started disappearing. Things that used to be easy became impossible. Doors that used to open just slammed shut. And they are starting to realize, even if they will not admit it out loud, that this is connected to what they did to you. They know it on some level deep in their being. They know that the universe is collecting what they put out into the world. The way they treated you and just brushed you off like you were nothing, like you didn't matter, like your feelings were not important, like you were just something to use and discard. Now the people closest to them are treating them the exact same way. The people they never expected to abandon them are walking away. The people they thought would always have their back and are gone. The people they invested time and energy into are now treating them like they don't exist. And it is hitting different when you're on the receiving end of that coldness, isn't it? When you are the one being dismissed and devalued. They are experiencing loss after loss, financial loss, relational loss, loss of reputation, loss of status, loss of their version of themselves they thought they were. And every single loss is like a little bell going off, reminding them of something, reminding them of you, reminding them of what they did. They think about you constantly now, only on a daily basis. They think about the things they said, they think about the things they did. They replay moments in their head at night when they can't sleep. Your ghost is haunting them. And the thing that's really messing with them is they can't even explain why. They can't tell anyone what's happening to them, because if they are honest about it, they have to be honest about what they did. Here is where it gets really interesting. There are people in this world who have become so accustomed to mishandling others that they don't even recognize it as wrong anymore. They've normalized it. They wake up and they mishandle somebody's heart like it's just part of their morning routine. They will mishandle your feelings. They will mishandle your emotions. They will mishandle your time and your precious energy and your trust. And to them, it's just normal. It's just what they do. It's become such a part of their identity that they can't see themselves without it. But here's what really gets them. The moment you say enough is enough, the moment you decide you are going to pick yourself up and leave, the moment you decide to dissociate, to disconnect, to go completely no contact with zero explanation, zero justification, zero long messages trying to make them understand, they absolutely lose it. All of a sudden, they hurt. All of a sudden, they can't function. All of a sudden, they are in their feelings, calling you from different numbers, texting you from new accounts, showing up at your job, showing up at your family's house. They are downloading apps to contact you. They are downloading burning numbers. They are sending emails that you never read. They are stalking your social media like hawks, waiting for you to post something so they can analyze it and try to figure out what you are doing and who you are with. And the most manipulative part, they start reaching out to your family members. They tell them these sob stories about how they've changed, how they were wrong, how they have been through things, and they realize what they did. They appear to your mom and your grandpa and your aunts, your cousins, people they probably talked trash about before, people they made fun of, people they had no respect for. But suddenly they are best friends with them. Suddenly they are trying to get in good with everyone around you. Why? Because they are trying to use them as a backdoor to get back to you. They are trying to get your family on their side so that your family will convince you to give them another chance, And if you have kids or men, they will absolutely try to use your kids as leverage to get back in. They will do whatever it takes to draw you back in. Whatever it takes. Because they've become so comfortable with mishandling you that the thought of not being able to do it anymore is unbearable to them. It's like taking away a drug from an addict. The control was there high. The ability to make you feel small, to keep you complain, to know that you were dependent on them. That was their whole world. Without that, there is nothing. And they know it. This is a control thing. It's always a control thing. For people like this, making you feel less than boosts their ego. It makes them feel accomplished. It brings them some kind of twisted joy. Anything that makes you happy, they are going to try to take that away or separate you from it. Whether it's a food you like, a TV show you enjoy, a person you care about, a hobby that brings you peace. They will weaponize your happiness against you. They don't like you having space. They don't like you having boundaries. They don't like you having independence or in other things. They want to be inside every single moment of your life, controlling what you do, who you talk to, where you go. You can't have a job without them questioning it. You can't talk to family without them making you feel guilty about it. You can't have friends. Yeah, friends, because they'd rather you be isolated, completely dependent on them for everything. And when they have you to themselves, what do they spend their time doing? Trying to make you feel less than, trying to manipulate you, trying to make you believe that nobody will ever love you the way they love you, telling you that nobody will ever give you the truth the way they give you the truth. It's all part of this grand scheme to break you down, to lower your confidence, to make you small, so small that all you can see is them. But the second you say enough is enough and you actually walk away, they lose their power and they panic. They panic in ways that are almost comical if they were not so pathetic. They start threatening to hurt themselves. They start thinking things like, I'm going to do this if you don't come back. I'm going to end it. You better come back right now or I'm going to blah, blah, blah. But they are not going to do anything. It's all theater. It's all a manipulation tactic. And here is what's twisted. If you go back, if you entertain that threat, you actually boost their ego because now they know you still care. Now they know they still have power over you. Now they know they can drop you back in with some fake apologies and promises to change, and you will believe them for a week or two before they go right back to the same abuse. And it always gets worse. These people never change, not because they can't, but because they don't want to. They don't want to. There is nothing new under the sun with people like this. They operate from the same playbook every single time. They suck you back in with promises. They love bomb you for a little bit. They make you feel like maybe this time will be different, and then the mask slips. The abuse starts again, and it's worse than before because now you've already shown them that you will come back. So what's actually happening right now while they are spiraling is the universe is doing the work for you. The universe is showing them exactly what it feels like to be mistreated. The universe is showing them what it feels like to be devalued. The universe is showing them that what it feels like to be abandoned by people they thought would always be there. And they are not understanding that this is their karma. They are not putting together that this is the consequence of their actions. But it doesn't. It doesn't matter if they understand it or not. No. The universe doesn't need their permission or their comprehension. The universe is making them pay regardless. You deserve to be handled with love. You deserve to be handled with affection. You deserve to be nurtured and cared for and valued. And most of us, we are never going to find that kind of love from another person because other people are broken and damaged and carrying their own trauma and trying to heal while hurting other people in the process. The deepest love, the purest love, the most consistent and unconditional love you're ever going to experience is the love that comes from knowing your own worth, from understanding that you don't need someone else's approval to matter, from recognizing that your value is inherent and unchangeable, no matter what anyone says about you or does to you. Right now, the people who mistreated you are losing everything because the universe operates on a principle of balance. Balance. What you put out comes back, always. The energy you send into the world reverberates and eventually comes back to you. They send out cruelty, and cruelty is coming back to them. They send out manipulation, and they are being manipulated by circumstances they can't control. They send out control and isolation, and now they are experiencing their own isolation as people leave them. It's not magic, it's not some mystical force. It's just how energy works. Physics. It's just cause and effect. And the beautiful part, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to wish bad things on them. No, don't do that. You don't have to spend your time thinking about what they deserve or hoping they suffer. You just have to let go. You just have to walk away and let the universe handle it. And the universe will. The universe always does. Our beautiful universe always does. There is a quote that's been going around and I think about it a lot. Don't pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. But I'm not going to adjust that for you right now. Don't spend your energy on the people who hurt you. Spend your energy on becoming the best version of yourself. Spend your time healing. Spend your focus on building something beautiful. Spend your attention on people who actually value you. And watch as the contrast contrast becomes so clear that you will never again doubt whether you made the right choice by leaving. The person who mistreated you is going to watch you from a distance as your life gets better, as you heal, as you grow, as you become more confident, more beautiful, more beautiful, more beautiful, more magnetic, more alive than you've ever been. And they are going to feel like in their chest like a knife. They're going to see the things you're building and remember when they were trying to stop you from building anything at all. They're going to see the people who love you and respect you and show up for you. And they're going to remember when they were the only person in your life, and it's going to eat them alive. That's the real karma. That's the real punishment. Not some dramatic loss or sudden failure. Those are happening too. But the real karma is watching someone they couldn't keep small become impossible to ignore. Watching someone they tried to break become unbreakable. Watching someone they thought they had power over become completely free from their influence. So, here is what I want you to know. You deserve everything. All the blessings, all the abundance, all the love and respect and care and attention. You deserve a life where you are celebrated, not diminished. You deserve people around you who lift you up, not tear you down. You deserve to feel safe being yourself. You deserve to have your feelings respected. You deserve to matter. And right now, even if you don't feel it yet, you're winning. You're winning because you left. You're winning because you had the courage to say no to someone who was comfortable with the status quo. You're winning because the universe is literally reorganizing itself to bring consequences to those who hurt you and blessings to you. You don't have to do anything but keep going, keep healing, keep building, keep becoming. The people who mistreated you are losing everything. They are losing their power, they are losing their connections, they are losing their peace, they are losing their same sense of self. And they never saw it coming because they never imagined a world where you wouldn't be there for them to control. But that world is here now. And you are free. You are free.